Rastafari, pure Grenada first year. When I see my friends become my enemies, well I say part. Yes I. Well if you love yourself, put your hands on the air like this. Well I know we'll do it. Pure Grenada first make some noise. Yes I. How about we say well we have to burn bad mind people, yes. Well anybody that want to stop your life, anybody that want to put a roadblock in their life, we burn them out. Fire. Selassie Arada. Yes I know. We'll not see I can sweep it. Let me hear. Audition slow. Yeah. I know. We'll not see I can wash with soap. The meditation to stop like rope. Audition slowly. Fair. What we tell him? Well, I'm enough to tell you, say you need. Never now go like that junior why. Bad mind stuck in on them head like a tumor. Them fell like three stripes. Put a line there by Puma. Them solely balance only power. Stand where you're not see them, I say you a crack out. Get your visa to fly out and them I pray for you, drop out them. See them a calculator in and you walk out them. Say them are your friend, but them arm on my phone, oh yeah. Will you see I can? Come on, say what I am. When they are like the trees they can't bloom. A nation slow. Sounds like rum, a nation slowly fade away. Oh yeah, unit, yeah. When everybody enjoy the vibes, I want everybody to set fire. What about it right now? I'm missing one, boom, boom. I'm missing one, boom, boom. Yeah, yeah. Listen, I'm missing, I know. Slow. And myself, no. With the tea I can wash with some. And there is no bad mind antidote. And they shall slow. Yes, I am. I will say, whoa. Yeah, yeah. And they shall slow. I will say, whoa. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Listen. And this one is sort of love, y'all. Can't stop. Well, it's something alright. If you know I sing it, I just can't. Yes. Well, I can't sleep good at. Oh, baby. But I'm rising daily. But I'm smiling endlessly. Now you have me wondering what have you done to me. If you know it, I never knew I could feel like this. You got me inside anxiety. I know I'm wondering if I'm lovesick. Is this real or is it a bit? I hope I'm not going crazy. Me don't wonder if I lose my mind. But if I'm not losing it, why am I feeling just like the wind. And I'll be really what we love to stick. You like the love with the perfect fit. You give me goosebumps every time. Remind me feelings you don't even try it. But if I'm not losing it, why am I feeling the same against the side? You should be there to me. Come on, Celia. Come on, Celia. Wow, my dream of you. Baby, where are you? I hope you feel. Can't sleep without you. Can't breathe without you. Yes, I. When the vibes is feeling right, do you agree with me? I said the vibes is feeling right, do you agree with me? Yes, I. Well, it's a unit band right about now. And just because the vibes is feeling right, we're gonna dedicate this one for all the ladies, right? We're gonna dedicate this one. So ladies, make some noise! Unit, boss it! Well, I've been feeling right. Yes, sir. Make some noise! Whoa, 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 yeah. Raise it up. I want everybody right now to sing. Come on. See, whoa, see, whoa, see, whoa. I mean, say, whoa. I mean, say, yeah. I mean, say, yeah. I mean, say, yeah. Well, ladies, I want you to tell me, yo, come on. Well, I've been feeling right, baby. We're trying to hold back this feeling for so long. And if you feel like I feel, baby, come on now, hey, well, come on now, well, let's get it on. Ah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, I. You enjoy the music? You love the music? Say yes, Rasta. Yes, I. Give the people more music.
It is such an important responsibility. All I can say is that there are some men here tonight who would have made all of this possible. And the kind of love and support that you provided to me, I have to say tonight that I feel so very special. And I want to thank every single one of you for making this the success that it has been so far. I really do believe that when we engage men want to feel that they're engaged in a special way. And when you look at what is happening, I say all the time, when we have a constituency event, 90% or more of the people are women. So that is why Evelyn Pierre has decided it's going to be a men's special. And I believe the best person to take care of men are who? Women, right? Yeah, and the women here agree with me. The best people to take care of men is women. So all I want to say to you this evening, continue men to play your role. Continue to do what you have to do for your children. Children need their fathers just as they need their mothers. And men, be the best fathers that you can be.
They say fathers are providers, but let's be honest, they are so much more than that. Fathers are the architects of identity, shaping futures with every quiet sacrifice, every firm correction, every early morning ride and late night worry. The world doesn't always clap for fathers because they're not loud. They don't always pose for photos, but they show up. They show up in the discipline we hated but later respected. They show up in the tough talks that made us stronger. They show up in the lessons we didn't understand until life tested us. A father is the first man who can break you, but the good ones, they chose to build you instead. They teach us that strength isn't found in fists, but in feet, responsibility, and presence. The best fathers don't raise followers, they raise leaders. Not perfect children, but children who know how to rise after failing. So to every father who stayed, who stood, who spoke truth, who prayed quietly when nobody saw you, we see you now. We honor you and we thank you. Because when a father stands firm, a whole generation walks straighter. Fathers don't just raise children, they shape nations. So let's continue to raise good men. Happy Father's Day.
So these young men have me walking through the bush. And I don't know the last time I walked through all this bush. And I lots of sweating. They told me it's going to be a shortcut. But it's a long shortcut. Oh, and I wasn't dressed for bush. But they wanted to show me some stuff. I want to encourage you, I want to plead with you. You see what you're doing here? Perfect example of positivity. Keep it that way. Stay far from trouble.
That way they are positivity.
Exactly.
Hey guys, just a little thing that's been on my mind. There are things that we don't always say out loud, but we feel them and we carry them every single day. And there are people, good people, who are afraid to attend a meeting, afraid to speak freely, afraid to be seen talking to the wrong person. Because What if your mother loses her job? What if your father's shop stops getting customers? What if they say she's not one of us anymore? And someone once told me, I believe in you, but I can't be seen with you. And they looked down as they said it, but I understood. But something about that moment, it broke my heart. Because victimization doesn't always show up with shouting or public shaming. Sometimes it shows up in silence, in doors that stay closed, in favors that disappear, in the way you start second guessing your very own voice. So I want to ask something today. When did we become afraid of each other? When did community become a battlefield? You know, this isn't politics, This is pain. This is people being treated like problems just for having a mind of their own. You shouldn't be punished for speaking or for thinking or for believing. And I want to tell you this. You are more than your vote. You are more than a color. And you are a person and you matter. And I'm not here to divide. I'm not here to campaign. I'm here because I believe that the truth still deserves a voice, even if it shakes a few things, even if it makes people feel uncomfortable. To the ones who've been silent, I hear you. To the ones who feel alone, you are not. And to the ones who wonder if it's worth speaking out, it always is. We can build something better, but only if we're brave enough to say what's real.
Hello everyone, my name is Alvin Dabrio, the new National Party caretaker for St. John. I am no stranger to the people of St. John and by extension the people of Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Martinique. I've been there before. I've walked with you and stood by you. And I'm ready to do it again. We want everyone to come on board and walk this journey with us as we bring St. John back into the house. Representation is not just for a few, but for all. The house will always be open and welcoming for every man, woman, and child called St. John home. We have been tried, we have been tested, and we have been proved. This is not about empty promises. It is about real work, real care, and real representation. I am committed to building a St. John where everyone has a seat at the table, not just a small circle. So join us, let's walk forward together, and let us build a better future for St. John where no one is left behind. Thank you, and may God bless you all.
My grandfather walked these roads. He lived here all his life.
Yes, indeed, folks, and a special good night to you, Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Once again, it is time for Talking Points. Some of you may wonder, well, what's going on tonight? No, you can't have all them videos and you ain't showing them. What? Well, you must show them things. We say a special good night to all of you joining us via the various mediums. Those of you who are on with us, those of you who are on with us on the YouTube, those of you who are on with us via Facebook, we say a special good night to each and every one of you, and hope that you all have been having a fabulous night thus far. Yes, indeed. And remember the phone number 1473-440-7377. Good night to you, Tito. Yeah, Tito, I talked to Tito over the weekend. Tito been trying to reach me. Tito, yeah, remember, you had to call me on the WhatsApp if you had to call me. Nice? Good. Yeah, you had to call me on the WhatsApp if you had to call me, bro. So a special good night to each and every one of you. Hope that all of you have been having a wonderful night thus far, and everything has been going all well and okay. Wait now, where are the rest of people? Where are you tonight? Papa Joe, where are you? Because we had to talk tonight, Yeah. I made sure that I got some of the videos, some of them, some more, Yeah, I made sure that I got some of the videos in now. We're going to have some more that we have to play a little later on. Yeah, I want to make sure that you all hear from the various candidates of the new National Party, and you hear what it is that they have to say. These are the people who will be facing the general election, most likely when that time comes. And as such, you need to hear what the programmatic platform of the new National Party is. And it's important to give the opportunity to various candidates to speak, constituency caretakers to speak and so on. All right. So once again, a special good night to each and every one of you. Hope that you all have been having a fabulous night thus far. And because I take all that time now, I might have to run a little. I may have to run a little later than I had planned to run tonight. So once again, good night to all of you. Those of you who may be joining us via Real FM and We Noise Radio, we say a special good night to you all as well. Also, just to let you all know the following, you know, I just have to pull it up and then bring it across as me alone. So you know the thing does go. Right, yeah. So St. John Community Meet and Greet, that's taking place in Grenada and surrounding communities, and that is coming up this Sunday. So Sunday coming, the Honorable Alvin Dabrio, he will be out and about in Grenada and surrounding communities. And so he is just letting you all know you'll be seeing him and his team out there at this meeting. You'll have the opportunity to discuss issues that matter to you, share your ideas and suggestions. And of course, this is your opportunity to make a difference in your community and help shape the future. So Alvin Dabrio, good night to you, sir. Yes, and he will be out from 2 p.m. on Sunday in Grenada and surrounding communities. Remember as well that taking place this Saturday, the St. Andrew Northwest Constituency Branch, they've got their delicious breakfast and lunch at the Birch Grove Community Center. I am not seeing a start time, but if it's breakfast, they start in 6 a.m. So let me say 6 a.m. going until, all right, until everything finish. All right, no, let me snooze that day. That is the wrong thing day. Nice, good. Yeah, so delicious breakfast and lunch at the Birch Grove Community Center. That's taking place this Saturday, the 21st of June. And come on out and support. Remember as well, those of you in New York, some people tell me to get the ticket and thing already. That is an exquisite affair. It's taking place this Saturday. Yeah, the Honorable Political Leader will be there, along with the Deputy Political Leader. So the Honorable Emlyn Pear will be there. Senator the Honorable Norland Cox will be there. And the man himself, former Prime Minister of Grenada, former political leader of the New National Party, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, Chairman of the New National Party, will also be in attendance. So that's the New National Party New York Support Group. They're having an exquisite affair, an evening of elegance, style, and class taking place at the Carriacou Hall, 1963 Utica Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11234. And if you're looking for your tickets, Aisha Oliver, 917-520-3164. Kathy Albert at 347-262-6818. Wendy McGuire at 917-602-1476. PD Francis at 917-642-7187. And Sharon Caesar at 862-234-0879. Sorry, that's 234-0879. Remember, it's an elegant affair at the Carriacou Hall, 196 Utica Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11234, taking place this Saturday from 9 p.m. All right, nice. Yeah, the St. George Northwest Constituency Branch, the final Saturday of this month, will be having their breakfast and barbecue luncheon. So that'll be starting at 7 a.m. at the Bourgeois playing field. They'll have music, drinks on sale, and it's only $20 each, right? So that's taking place on the last Saturday of this month. And, you know, we always have to big up look at Kalani, you know, understand. Yes, Kalani George. She needs your help and continues to need your help, the family. Whichever way you can, please help. All right, yeah, you have the credit union number there, you have the Corp Bank number there. Help as much as possible. And of course, our good friends over at We Noise Radio.
For more information, contact We Noise TV at 929-445-4463, or you can email us at wenoisetv@gmail.com. We Noise TV, the leading streaming provider. Anytime, anywhere, any screen. Access to your favorite HD contents with prices as low as ever. Choose from monthly, quarterly, or yearly payments. This worldwide service is flexible for you to keep up with all your favorite programs, shows, movies, and local programming from home no matter where you travel to. Worldwide TV channels right at your fingertips wherever you are. Latest in live sports, binge watch all your favorite TV shows, movies on demand, videos on demand you can pause, rewind, fast forward anytime. Never miss 1 minute in entertainment important to you. No contracts, no added prices for sports or premium packages. We certainly don't have to pull tricks like cable and satellite companies. Our product speaks for itself and beyond. We Noise TV. We have everything like Netflix, Disney, Amazon. Watch your favorite movies, TV shows, and series with our services. With our service, you will get rid of all other subscriptions. For more information, contact We Noise TV at 929-445-4463, or you can email us at wenoisetv@gmail.com. For more information.
Yes, indeed, folks. So that's our good friends there at We Noise TV. And as I said, the phone lines are open. You can give us a call, 1473-440-7377. We say, hope that the fathers had a nice father. Listen, yeah, if somebody didn't say during the program last week, I wouldn't realize that Father's Day was yesterday. You know, the thing does go. Yeah, Mother's Day, yeah, man, special sale. They does have Mother's Day show, all kind of thing. Father's Day, yeah. We getting what? SUV? Socks, underwear, and vests. That's what he does, guy. Yeah, SUV. That's what my good partner say. You know, SUV. All right. So indeed, folks, it is always wonderful to be here with you. And indeed, we got quite a bit to talk about. You know, but you know, a short while ago, a good friend of mine. They called me and they was telling me about something, and I'm going to play it for you in a little while. I'm going to play it for you in a little while because I want us to have a serious conversation about something that I heard a while ago. Yeah, I want us to have a serious conversation about something that I heard a while ago. Yeah, but I wanted to try and make contact with one of my good friends first. To see, let me just see if I can find them here. Yeah, let me just see if I can get them first. Nice.
People balling more while some others mad. The people they vote for shirting them bad. They just will cross them when they see them pass, or just take a big stone and knock down their ass. But I have a therapy I'm willing to share. Anytime the pressure get too much to bear, I have a new dance, it is the formula. Once you do it, I know you must feel better. So give me a minute or two, let me explain the dance to you. Just a simple demonstration, it is very easy to learn. Put your hand in the air like this, close your finger and make a fist. Let go your tongue, put it in the air. Wave it like you ain't care. Anytime you see them MP, do it for them to see. And if they ask you what that means, tell them the dance you're doing is one time. One time.
Yeah, it doesn't seem I'm finding who I wanted to find.
I want all you to take a chance. Show them the one time dance. One time.
I didn't want to start on that issue there. I had some other things I want to talk about, but I think I want to deal with this particular issue first, and then I will deal with the other issue.
Put your thumb up and then balance. Show them the one.
Good night to you, Nurse Wendy and Maguire.
Dance. Put it up, put it
Mr. Watts, good night to you.
up. If you hardly don't see MP, put it up.
Camille Teresa Scott, good night to you.
Put it up, okay. Anytime you're checking me busy, put it up, okay. Peter David, I was flying, put it up, okay. Some people cannot see him.
Okay, so the person I had to call, they are unfortunately tied up, so I can't get them for tonight. So let me just go to what it is I had been speaking about I wanted to play Because I want to believe I really hearing what I think I hearing. I want to believe what I hearing is what I think I hearing there. I want to believe is that the city. Yeah, I want to believe that maybe I hearing wrong or some kind of thing. So let's go to a little while ago on the Ride Along program. Let's hear what was being said there. Nice? Yeah. And folks, I want you all to listen very carefully to what is being said here.
Relates to the allegations that was bandied about last 2 weeks by a particular...
And just in case, let's take that from the start again. I realize I had the volume down a bit there. So let's take that from the beginning again.
It's to the allegations that was bandied about last 2 weeks by a particular individual against Minister Andy Williams. I want to say that I have done my own investigation as public relations officer. We have been able to acquire all information that even was submitted to the Integrity Commission, and we have concluded that there is no substantive evidence. No one would be able to come out and say that they have evidence of any bribe. So that is totally false. We are treating it like that. We stand 100% behind the General Secretary, Mr. Andy Williams, and we are satisfied that our own internal investigation has concluded that this is not factual at all. And so we can deal with it in that light. It is only rumors.
So you're saying, the guys, that's a lot, and that's even breaking news. We should have a tick at the bottom. This is breaking news information. It's a lot to digest here. First, the project, the Boca Plainfield project. Now we're talking about this. Now I don't want to jump around the place too much. I want to go back to the Boca Plainfield thing. But you're saying that the information that was even shared here on Ride Along Live, where the individual called in and stated categorically that there are evidence to substantiate the claim of bribery. You're saying that based on the evidence that you collected from the Integrity Commission and others, there are no credible proof to back that up?
Correct. Absolutely none. And in fact, it's only hearsay. And Junior, I want to say this, that...
And folks, just once again, I want you to pay particular attention to what is being said here. So we're going to go to the start and we're going to play it again. And I want you to pay attention, listen carefully to what is being said.
That was bandied about last 2 weeks by a particular individual against Minister Andy Williams. I want to say that I have done my own investigation as public relations officer. We have been able to acquire all information that even was submitted to the Integrity Commission, and we have concluded that there is no substantive evidence.
Now, I'll stop it there for a particular reason. I would like Mr. Ron Redhead and the National Democratic Congress to tell us, the Grenadian people, how they were able to obtain information that was submitted by an individual in relation to one of their fellow members to the Integrity Commission with allegations of wrongdoing. This is a serious issue because the Integrity in Public Life Act makes it clear that the information that is brought into the Integrity Commission, the only time aspects of that may become public. In other words, if I have information in relation to Mr. Ron Redhead, and I put my information together, and I make a submission to the Integrity Commission, Mr. Ron Redhead and nobody else, under the Integrity in Public Life Act of 2013, none of them can go to the Integrity Commission and say, we want to see what information you have on us. None of them. Because one, it would basically put in danger the people who are passing that information to the individuals who are exposing it to the Integrity in Public Life Commission. And in fact, it even makes no sense making a big discussion around that aspect of it because clearly Mr. Ron Redhead is lying. Secondly, at this point in time, the term of office of all of the commissioners of the Integrity in Public Life Commission has expired. They were appointed 2 years ago in May, I believe. Is it May? Yeah, May of 2023. These individuals were appointed. for a two-year term. That term has expired. So as it is right now, he is claiming that he has gotten the documentation from the Integrity in Public Life Commission. Yet still, it is highly unlikely, and in fact, let me just say highly unlikely, it ain't happened. The commissioners have not met and made a judgment in relation to that information that is but submitted to them, because they legally cannot do so. So one, the only time that information that is submitted becomes public is when it is passed on to the DPP for action, the Royal Grenada Police Force and the DPP. When it is passed on for them, when the Integrity Commission has gone through this information, found that there are allegations inside there that are no longer allegations, but are fact, and they pass it on to the DPP for him to file a case against that person. They say, okay, this thing is serious, there is indication here of wrongdoing, and they pass it on to the Director of Public Prosecutions so that they can take action on it, along with the Royal Grenada Police Force. That is the only time that information is given to anybody else. Other than that, that information is there. For instance, I've made declaration to the Integrity Commission. Nobody could just go to the Integrity Commission and get the information on my declaration. I could ask the Integrity in Public Life Commission to put that information out there, or I could make it public and say, this is the information I gave to the Integrity in Public Life Commission. But for someone to claim, and I'm saying this to the members of the Integrity Commission, the staff there, the Integrity Commission itself, you all need to issue a statement in relation to what Mr. Ron Redhead has just alleged. He is alleging that you all give him information, you know. Because how else could he have the information that was given to you? When an individual has brought the information, the individual obviously has not given the information to them, but they're saying that they've gotten that information that the Integrity Commission has. It's a very serious allegation against the integrity of the Integrity Commission. So the Integrity in Public Life Commission needs to come out and clear the air in relation to this one. It is my personal belief that what Mr. Redhead is saying is a lie. I believe that the man is lying. That is me, personally. But yet still, it impinges on the Integrity in Public Life Act, and it also impinges on the integrity of the Integrity in Public Life Commission as a body. Yes, you have the office, because they have an office. It's not just commissioners. There's an office. And it impinges on the integrity of the office if somebody is claiming to get information from you all. Because whatever information is given to you all, in fact, and let me see for the Integrity in Public Life Act here. Yeah? There are aspects of the act that deal with privacy in relation to information and so. So you all cannot simply say that they get the information and the information has been given out and so. No. Yeah? Once again, let me see if I can pull this here. Right, and I'm just looking for the part itself. Because in relation to complaints, people cannot just walk into the Integrity Commission and get the information. It is my personal belief that these individuals are trying their very best to distract and detract away from the issue itself of the allegations that are made against Mr. Andy Williams, the MP for South St. George. It is my belief they're trying their very best, because statements like that, they're making those statements to get their base to rise up and say, well, you hear, the party do investigation. It's not the party to do investigation. It is not the party to clear the individual. It is the Integrity in Public Life Commission. Who the hell is Ron Redhead? He can't clear nobody. He's not a member of the Integrity. In fact, Mr. Redhead, have you finished filing your documents? Because you've gone against the law right now. Have you finished filing your documents to the Integrity Commission? If you went up there to collect documents, I hope you went and drop off too. have you completed the process of filing to the Integrity Commission? Because what you are alleging there is a serious breach of the Anti-Corruption, not the Anti-Corruption Act, but the Integrity in Public Life Act of 2013. Because remember something, I know about the Integrity in Public Life Act, you know. Because I was in the Senate when it was passed. And I think it needs to be noted that the Integrity in Public Life Act was first passed in the period 2007 to 2008 by the new National Party administration. The new National Party administration passed the Integrity in Public Life Act. It was not enacted by the time of the election. It was not enacted. In other words, it went through the stages, went through Parliament, but it was not enacted. So it died after a period of time. The new National Party came in 2013. And one of the first things that the Dr. Keith Mitchell-led administration did was make sure to amend. You could ask former Attorney General Cadgington Hood about it. One of the very first documents that came to the Parliament of Grenada when the new National Party formed the government in 2013 was the Anti-Corruption Act, the Integrity in Public Life Act, all where Mr. Tillman Thomas, Nazim Burke, and others were speaking about transparency and good governance and integrity. For 4.5 years, they sit down on the Integrity in Public Life Act and Anti-Corruption Act and did nothing. It was the new National Party who accused of all kind of thing that brought that act to Parliament before the 2008 election and passed it. All the incoming government had to do is enact it. They never did it. They left it there until it died. And it took the new National Party to come in and not only pass it, but enact it and empanel a commission so that the commission could start receiving the documentation from members of Parliament and other people who had to make declarations. That if people had accusation against members of the administration or senior people within the government service, that there was an integrity commission that they could put their documentation together and bring to. But when you check historically, the NDC has never been a party of integrity. They speak it, but they don't do anything in relation to it. So the new National Party was the party that did the Integrity in Public Life Act. All this government has to do, the Cabinet of Grenada, is make their selection and so for the Integrity Commission. The opposition will be asked. In fact, you can't just come and tell them that is who we send in. You have to be asked at a point in time. I think the Governor General will say, send a letter and say, well, who are you recommending? And the opposition recommends their person. The churches recommend their people, and so on, to the Integrity in Public Life Commission. As it is right now, there is no commission. There is an office, but there are no commissioners. And the allegation that Mr. Ron Redhead is making here is that he and others probably have gone to the Integrity Commission and gotten hold of information that a citizen has brought in there, making allegations against one of their brethren. Understand this thing. Understand this thing how it is. It's like Lucifer trying to correct sin. So you accuse his brethren, and he went to get the information on his brethren, and he is claiming that they got the same information. They got the information that's in the Integrity Commission, which means that either A, somebody in the Integrity Commission has to say, document 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is what we have at the Integrity Commission, and that either passed it on to them or gave them the information as to what documents they need to get their hands on, both of which would be illegal. So for the integrity of the Integrity Commission, before the ending of this week, yes, I know Thursday, I believe it's supposed to be a holiday. It's supposed to be, I believe, Corpus Christi. Yeah? I believe Thursday is supposed to be Corpus Christi. Before the end of this week, the Integrity Commission needs to maintain their integrity and show that they have integrity. They need to come out and state clearly to the Grenadian people that what Mr. Ron Redhead has been saying there is a lie. And if it's not a lie, everybody need to resign and face the consequences. Because there are consequences in relation to the confidentiality of documentation that is brought in, yeah, to the Integrity Commission. Yeah? So let me see something here. There's one here, and right. So let me just go to section 47 here of the Integrity in Public Life legislation. You know, I like to deal with the laws itself, and as I said, they can't fool me. I was in Parliament when this was passed. Information not to be communicated to unauthorized persons. That is section 47 of the Integrity in Public Life Act. A member of the Commission and every person performing any function in the service of the Commission shall treat all declarations, records, or information relating to such declarations or records as secret and confidential, and shall not, not may not could not, shall not. In other words, you have no choice in the matter. Shall not disclose or communicate such declaration, like Ms. Jenny Simons, record or information to any unauthorized person. And I am absolutely positive that Mr. Ron Redhead is not an authorized person, or allow such person to have access to any such records, information, or declaration. And let's just see what happens, because I'm speaking here directly to the office. A person who contravenes the provisions of subsection 1 commits an offense and is liable on summary conviction to a fine not exceeding $20,000 or to a term of imprisonment not exceeding 1 year, or to both such fine and imprisonment. So he could be fined $20,000 and put in prison for 1 year. So again, yeah, and they make it clear. For purposes of this section, an authorized person is a person other than a person authorized to receive information pursuant to the provisions of this act in relation to the financial affairs in persons in public life. For instance, the auditors, the people who are working with the Integrity in Public Life Commission, auditing documents and so on, or by reason of an order of a judge of the court. Can Mr. Redhead tell us if a judge in court has said to them or made any application to the Integrity in Public Life Commission to provide information to them? Where an unauthorized person publishes information which is submitted by a person in public life pursuant to the provision of this act, he or she commits an offense and is liable on summary conviction to a fine not exceeding $20,000 or a term of imprisonment not exceeding 1 year, or to both such fine and imprisonment. So here's a challenge to Mr. Ron Redhead. Since already you're claiming that this section has been breached, which means that somebody got to pay $20,000 and go to jail for a year, I am challenging you and the NDC to go ahead and breach this part too. Publish the information that you all claim that you have that vilifies and clears Mr. Andy Williams. Publish that information. Put it out in the public domain. Yeah? Put it out in the public domain. Let everybody know exactly what it is that you all have got in your hands. Because I'm telling you once again, and we're going to play it once again, I've shown you all the law. That is the 2013 law. I was in Parliament when it was passed. I am one of the senators that was sitting there. On the other side, you had, in case you need to find him, you could go and find him and ask him, Aaron, former Senator Nazim Burke, former Senator Franca Bernardine, and former Senator, what's his name? The doctor from St. John there. Just forget him. He hardly used to make anything in the Parliament anyway, so I really had to forget he. So you could go and find them and ask them, you know what I'm talking about? His name eludes me at this point in time. That's when people so inconsequential at the time. Anyhow, right, yeah. But go and find him. Nice? So let's play it again so you could hear exactly what Mr. Ron Redhead is claiming. Yeah? Their own investigations. All you do all your own investigations on all your own. That if an investigation, so in other words, they're basically saying like the Integrity Commission, they had to do no investigation. But remember, there are no commissioners in the Integrity Commission at this point in time. So there cannot be an investigation. This is not going away, guys. if all you feel we go drop this, we ain't dropping it. But also, if all you feel we go just focus on that and not deal with the other things taking place in the country and remain laser focused on Andy Williams and what is taking place there, and not speak about the many other things that are going wrong in our country, you only understand who he is. Yeah?
Yes. To the allegations that was bandied about last 2 weeks by a particular individual against Minister Andy Williams, I want to say that I have done my own investigation as public relations officer. We have been able to acquire all information that even...
So wait, let me ask something first of all before we go further there. So within the NDC, let me ask, I don't know what kind of... So there's no disciplinary committee within the NDC so that they would explore an allegation like this. You get the public relation officer of the NDC to explore allegations of wrongdoing by somebody. Okay, so he explored it as the public relation officer of the NDC. So first thing, something wrong with NDC, because like all you don't have a disciplinary committee. So all you have a public relation officer doing that. So that's the first thing. But
investigation as public relations officer, we have been able to acquire all information that even was submitted to the Integrity Commission.
Oh yeah, right. So let me see you going to jail, eh? Nice, right.
And that even was submitted to the Integrity Commission. So we have been able to acquire all information that even was submitted to the Integrity Commission.
Integrity Commission, by the end of the week, please maintain your integrity. Come out straight and say the man has lied. Come out and say he is clearly lying. Protect all yourself, you know, because other than that, somebody going to jail.
Information that even was submitted to the Integrity Commission.
Yeah, it was submitted to the Integrity Commission. Go ahead.
Been able to acquire all information that even was submitted to the Integrity Commission.
Again, if that is so, you all have some answering to do. If that is so, you all have some answering to do. Yeah? Because again, and let me just go to the top here so people realize that I'm dealing with the Integrity in Public Life Act 24, 2013. Yeah? It was one of the first acts in the first session of the Parliament. Yeah? And here you have all the things in relation to establishment of the Integrity Commission, all of the different aspects of the Integrity Commission. Very easy to go through and read and see for yourself. And then I'm just skipping through because I'm going back down to that section again. Yeah? Let me see where I am here now. Just want to make sure I'm going through it properly with you. And let me pull that off because it might be taking some people here. Right, nice. So we need to go down to that because we want to find out again. Yeah? Right, I think this is it here. So 39. All declarations. Let's go through this. Secrecy and confidentiality. All declarations. This is another section of the same act. All declarations filed with the Commission and the records of the Commission in respect of these declarations are secret and confidential and shall not be made public, save and except where a particular declaration or record is required to be produced by an order of the court for the purpose of or in connection with any court proceedings. So tell me, are there any court proceedings? Because I realize all while you're talking, all ain't suing nobody. Or inquiry in respect of a declaration made pursuant to the provisions of this act or the Prevention of Corruption Act. That is section 39, yeah, of the Integrity in Public Life Act. It is very clear that there is no way in hell or heaven that Mr. Ron Redded or anybody else supposed to go into the Integrity Commission and get any documentation in relation to anything. Ron, sometimes it's better to shut up than make yourself an idiot. Just take some advice. Sometimes it is better that you hush than make yourself look, you know, understand? Yeah. So let us come back here again. Let me just make it big. Nice, right? Yeah. You know, we go pull up the thing for you. So again, Mr. Redhead, get a copy of the Integrity in Public Life Act 2013. Stop lying. And if you're not lying, then you in trouble. And who? Because you say you as public relation officer, so you in trouble. And the people who give you that information, they are also in trouble. So I know which one I'll go make the jail first, but one I'll have to go. So a member of the commission and every person performing a function in the service of the commission shall treat all declarations, records, or information relating to such declarations or records as secret and confidential, and shall not disclose or communicate such declaration, record, or information to any unauthorized person, or allow such person to have access to any such record, information, or declaration. A person who contravenes the provision of subsection 1 commits an offense and is liable on summary conviction to a fine not exceeding $20,000 or to a term of imprisonment not exceeding 1 year, or to both such fine and imprisonment. And again, I say here to the Integrity Commission, Mr. Redhead saying that he had the information. That all you have. All you had to explain, because Jenny ain't give him. So all you had to explain how he get the information that was submitted to you all. For the purposes of this section, an authorized person, and they clearly state in the law who is an unauthorized person. An unauthorized person is a person other than a person authorized to receive such information. So please let us, the Grenadian people, know when, how did Mr. Ron Redhead become an authorized person under this act? Because it states clear, pursuant to the provisions of this act in relation to the financial affairs of persons in public life. So in other words, the auditors, when people bring in their declaration, and we hear Mr. Ron Redhead didn't bring in declaration, so there's another charge too. So when a person brings in their declaration can be viewed by auditors and the financial people to make sure that what they're saying there is the truth. So they can view it. The only other time is when a judge orders people makes an order through the court for documentation in relation to what Ms. Simon has put in. Yeah? So I'm challenging Mr. Redhead and the NDC here. When an unauthorized person publishes, I'm telling them, if all you're brave and all you know what all you're saying is the truth, my challenge to you all, publish it. All you go ahead and publish it if what you are saying is true. And if there's nothing to be worried about. You all have the new today, which is basically your toilet paper. Garbage. Okay, whatever it is. But all you could publish it in that. All you are custom. That is all you does use. That is all your rag sheet. So put it inside there. You all have social media, all you have a social media account, and we see all you running like headless chicken all over it right now. Publish it there. You all have your programs on a weekly basis. Publish them there. You all like to publish documents and publish those. If you have it and it exonerates the minister, publish the documents. Publish it. You publish it. The ones that you get from the Integrity Commission. Since nothing wrong with it and everything is all well and okay, the challenge here, publish it and see what God is serving. 1473-440-7377, and that's 1473-440-7377. Of course, folks, I keep getting the messages that people have been trying to call the direct line. No, you have to call us on the WhatsApp line. We can only take calls on the WhatsApp line. It's been so for the last going on 3 months. We can only take calls on the WhatsApp line. I know me ain't crazy, and I can't say it's AI. The program is as just here.
Investigation as public relations officer, we have been able to acquire all information that even was submitted to the Integrity Commission.
Yeah, I know it's not me and crazy, you know. And all of us here improperly. They can't tell us that is not what he say.
Investigation as public relations officer, we have been able to acquire all information that even was submitted to the Integrity Commission. And we have concluded that there is no substantive evidence. No one would be able to come out and say that they have evidence of any bribe. So that is totally false. We are treating it like that. We stand 100%.
We have a caller online who would be making more sense than who talking this. So let's go to the phone line. Hello, good night.
Good night, Sheldon, and good night to all Talking Point family members and those who are interestedly listening, because there's a lot of information coming out of your program tonight. I think that members who are on the fence of the National Democratic Congress should listen.
Man, I was actually going and do another program on some other issues tonight, But I ain't leaving that one, so I do let no. One time.
No, Sheldon, this is something that we have to continue to educate the people about, because this is widespread and gross. They try to mislead the population. This government has came into office, and there is no accountability. One, they give us information on a need-to-know basis. Up to now, the Prime Minister has not come and said anything as it relates to the allegations of bribery as it relates to Mr. Andy Williams, who is a senior government minister.
Let me say something. The Prime Minister has an open forum tomorrow, and I want to make sure those of you in the US, those of you in Grenada, those of you in Canada, wherever, call him and ask him. Call him and ask him.
Yes, well, we would have to do that, because
he said call and ask him
that
about
would be
anything.
a very intrusive program. So it will be a very intrusive program, and he made a statement during the last convention that he's not afraid of anyone. Well, we the voters will show him who is to be afraid of and who is not to be afraid of. We will separate the sheep from the goats tomorrow. And what really is really interesting is that we are not hearing the voice of Uncle Tilly. Uncle Tilly championed the cause for transparency, accountability, and good governance, and we are not hearing him as a people, as youths, as young persons who might be interested in the politics of Grenada and the affair and running of the state. And in the way in which he was so quick to champion the integrity in public life thing to pull out Dr. Mitchell and then end up screwing up himself. I want him to now call on his person. The ball is now in his court to show the people where he is honest. Deacon Mitchell for himself also said that in a number of town hall that in one of the town hall that the reason why he was paying or increasing the salary to justify it is that he was giving them enough so that they will not think you talk about beggy. Well, anyway, it seems that beggy is back in his court. So I want to know what other word he would use. It's just as to say the other color people use embezzlement for thief. So I want to know what other word they will try to use, because this, we don't believe in no AI make up stories now. We know that for a fact, if a case as bribery has been committed, we need to know where the Prime Minister is taking this. What has he done? Has he sit with Andy Williams and have a discussion about the situation? Is he waiting for due course? Because we know for a fact that this government do not believe in the rule of law as related to Grenada. They do not respect the voters. They do not respect the people of Grenada, and it's about high time that persons both home and abroad sit down and take a deep retrospection as to what this government is all about. They're all about trickery. They're all about playing games and tomfoolery with the people. They have squandered what our ancestors would have the way they have made for us to vote in an election, which is one vote per man and woman or child, and man and woman. So what they did, basically, they're telling the people of Grenada, we use your vote and we really don't need you no more. So if we don't need you no more, call fresh election. I echo this call for them tonight to call fresh election. Get a new mandate. Let the people decide who they want to run their affairs. And at this time, the new National Party is the most reputable party that is going to take Grenada where it has to go. Thank you. Good night.
All right, my brother. Thank you so very much.
Okay. All right.
Yes, indeed, folks. Yeah, the opportunity is there. You could call 1473 440 7377. That's 1473 440 7377. You've got the opportunity to call right now. Let me say a special good night to my friends and family out there in Carriacou and Petite Martinique. Hope that you all are having a wonderful night tonight. I know it's been a hard few days for those of you that in the tents. I know it's been a hard few days for you all. All right, but oh boy, is what you could say in a situation like that for the people at Carriacou. But we're going to be talking about Carriacou and Petit Martinique tomorrow night. We're going to call Center Cox and we will have a conversation about Carriacou and Petit Martinique tomorrow night. But yeah, again, I'm calling, and this is not a call I am sure that will come from me alone. I think that any conscious-minded Grenadian would also be making a similar call on the Integrity Commission to clear their name. Clear yourself. There are, in fact, just remember what Section 47 says. Yeah? We have a caller on the line. Hello, good night.
Hey, good night. I just have one little contribution, something that I noticed. So,
Go right ahead.
I live in the US and I travel to Grenada monthly. So, for like the past 2-3 months, flying out of Grenada. And the airport, in the upstairs by gate 5, there's no AC. They only got AC in the downstairs of the airport. Upstairs got no AC. So you're sitting there waiting to board your flight and it's hot like crazy.
Wow.
So, it's just something I noticed for the past like 3-4 months. And when I asked the ladies in the duty free, they're like, "Oh, it's been like that for the past couple of months." So I was like, "Well, why don't they open the jet bridge because it's already handed over?" And their response was like, "Well, I think they say they got to fix the AC first before they open it, but there's no AC on the top floor by gate 5 where American Airlines and so with that load they get there's no AC on the whole top unit."
And that's a sealed area, so it's like you're in a kettle.
Yeah, you're in an oven, yeah. And it's been like that months now. Because I travel to Grenada like monthly, and it's been like that since like February time back there. So that's when I started noticing it then.
No, that is something that definitely needs to be addressed. It does affect our people when they're passing through there, and especially if you're a person that has respiratory problems and you're there in this area now in that heat and it's an enclosed area, you know what's going on with you. If you're asthmatic, having asthma attack, different things. So no, that has to be dealt with.
All right, brother. Just my contribution, what I noticed.
Thank you so very much, my friend. All right.
Alrighty.
Yes, indeed. 1-473-440-7377. Give us a call. Do you believe that Mr. Ron Redhead is speaking the truth? Do you believe that he's being truthful and that he has exonerated his good friend and buddy? Or do you believe that he is clearly lying about the entire situation and that he's trying his very best to brango us, the Grenadian people? Yeah, a lot of people hear that word for a long time. Like he's trying to brango us to leave the issue alone. Let's hear from you.
That was bandied about last 2 weeks by a particular individual against Minister Andy Williams. I want to say that I have done my own investigation as public relations officer. We have been able to acquire all information that even was submitted to.
Let's take the call. Hello, good night.
Good night, Sheldon. How are you?
Good, girl, good.
Well, I just happened to bounce up a program with Mr. Ron Redhead and the Lie Along program. And he's stating that there's no evidence, there's no information to suggest that what Miss Jenny Simon is saying is true and it's all false. Now, the possibilities here is that they're trying to make it go away. That's how I see it. So it's like they talk for 8 days and it's going to go away, because at the end of the day, they know that if Andy Williams were to take Jenny Simon to court, he would lose based on the evidence that Jenny Simon has. So they're trying to downplay the situation. Now, I hope this does not go away, because if once the evidence is concrete, that's clear-cut bribery, obviously. But at the same time, we must remember that, they didn't ease up on Doc Mitchell. And this is no way anything about revenge or what happened in the past, but it is what happened.
Caller,
you have.
Let me make a point here before you continue. When accusations were made against Dr. Mitchell, when they came with the briefcase story and all of that, Dr. Mitchell ensured that there was a commission of inquiry. The Cheltenham report is there in relation to the allegations. He didn't say.
Absolutely.
He didn't say in the NNP, let us investigate within the NNP, and then come out and say, well, the NNP investigated me and are clear. He made sure that there was an independent commission of inquiry in relation to the allegations that were against him. You see, these people who call themselves the people of integrity and the people who are against corruption and all these things, they believe that they're so clean and their sins are white as snow, so they could make accusations against other people and then call for commissions of inquiry, call for the FIU, call for all kind of things.
Everything.
But when it comes to them, don't worry, man, we let the public relation officer do an investigation. He clear, man.
Yes, but before he went on to suggest that the information that Miss Jenny Simon had was false, he called 3 contractors' names that would have collected money for the Buka Plainfield project. Joseph Lewis and an ex-contractor, and he was saying that they collected monies in disbursements of different sums between January and May. And so Ryder, the man, asked him if this is a smoke screen to the issue with Andy Williams, and he says no, and that people must be held accountable for he didn't call it bribery. He just said disbursements under the Ministry of Sports. The NLA paid for it. He also said that the project wasn't done properly, and no accountability for the money or whatever. So he was there. I mean, obviously it's a smoke screen because it's not. It's contract signed, money is disbursed. It's not contract signed and money given on the side.
Everything.
You understand? It's legitimate money given from the National Lotteries Authority. It wasn't a contract that was signed and then you have people monies given on the side for the project. You understand? Whatever happened to the project, this should be something that maybe the persons that are responsible should clear up if they so desire. But it's the contractors. There was no said through the Minister of Sports or whatever. It's a contract. But I don't know if Ron and them feel they're bright. But this issue with the Andy Williams issue should not be put to rest. It should not be put to rest. It should be pounded until it is, well, I mean, you could see somebody said to me that's going to be a talk for 8 days. How is it that you have somebody said that to me. The talk is going to be for 8 days and it's going to be by the wayside. But how is it that you want to have a minister being accused of taking bribery and you talk about it as if that's okay? It's not okay. What makes Andy Williams invincible? What makes him invincible that he cannot? As a matter of fact, remember when Miss Hosford took Michael Batiste to court for defamation of character or whatever it was? Nothing but took Ian Edwards to court. Dr. Mitchell took George Worm to court. There are evidence and proof that when somebody makes an allegation, a public allegation, that you've been doing something that is out of context.
But let me make a point
here. They take you to court.
But let me make a point here. And I want to make that. I was supposed to make that point tonight anyway, and I'm glad that you raised a certain issue there. In the case of Dr. Mitchell taking George Worm to court, he won. Up to now, George Worm ain't pay me yet. Patrick Antoine, they're one of the largest settlements in history of Grenada against George Worm. He ain't pay him yet. You have the situation with the other cases you call it, but when it comes to the one with Nazim Burke, I heard MP Williams, the same Andy Williams, speaking about they do it to Nazim Burke and he won them in the court. Let me make it clear. Nazim Burke did not win in any court on any allegation that was made by Mr. Ian Edwards. Okay. Let me make it very, very clear. Ian Edwards made a statement. Mr. Nazim Burke wrote to him. Mr. Edwards brought the letter that was given to him to his lawyer at the point in time. His lawyer soon after that became Solicitor General, so the response letter was not brought in the space of time. You know, sometimes they tell you have to respond in 14 days or 21 days or whatever. His lawyer, from receipt, his lawyer did not respond in time. So Mr. Burke got a default judgment. Nobody went to court, and Mr. Nazim Burke went to court and say, Ian Edwards, you say that about me and you lie. And the judge say, Mr. Edwards, you have proof of that? And Mr. Edwards say, well, no, I don't have proof and thing. And the judge say, well, Mr. Edwards, you lose the case. Nothing like that happened. Let me make it absolutely clear. The files are there online. Anybody can access them through a simple Google search.
Right.
It was not a case that Mr. Burke won any case based on any allegation that was made by Mr. Edwards. He won a default judgment simply because Mr. Edwards' lawyer at the point in time took up another position within the government of Grenada and could not respond because now he took up that government position, so he was not able to respond. His law firm couldn't deal with it again. So in the interim, while it was being passed on to another law firm, the time expired. All of that was argued out in the court, you know. All of that was argued. So when they're talking about the win case against Ian Edwards, tell the people the truth. The same way they line about fowl farm, shrimp farm, they line about that one too.
Right. But what they also need to know is that they are giving people contracts in a particular name, in a person's name, someone's name, but it's not the person that's actually the real, you know, they're like just a smoke screen to who's really collecting the money. You have so much corruption that's going on under this National Democratic Congress government that they need to be exposed. It's about time, and they make it look like they're so innocent and they're full of integrity, and Ron is talking about accountability for the project in the Boca playing field. Well, we need Andy Williams to be accountable for the bribe he took from the Cliff project. Thank you, Sheldon. Have a good night.
Well, we hear the allegation, so let's see if he clears his name, because it's an allegation that he took a bribe. Let's see if he clears his name.
But I don't see why he wouldn't want to.
Let's see if he clears his name, or let's see if he allows it to go to the Integrity Commission, because I realize now the move is to keep it away from the Integrity Commission. So let's see if it goes to the Integrity Commission and what the outcome is. And let's see if the government finds it necessary, along with the Governor General, to ensure that there's an Integrity Commission. You have this thing that is all over, not just Grenada, but the Caribbean right now, I can tell you. And this story has leapfrogged from Grenada into other Caribbean islands. And right now, there is a need for, if the minister believes that he's innocent, clear name. And if he knows he's innocent, do the right thing.
Yeah, but what is the other recourse? If the Integrity Commission does not take up the case, what is the other recourse? Because you can't let this thing slip or slide.
The Integrity Commission doesn't have a choice. They have to take up the case.
Okay.
They don't have a choice in that matter. That is what they are there for. They can't say that they ain't doing the job. That is what they're there for.
Yes. I don't understand these people, and them so much nonsense and wrong things going on, and Ron and them coming and pretend like they are self-righteous. Don't they making it that?
No, they feel we shopping.
All right then.
All right.
Yeah. Take care.
All right, my dear.
Good night.
Yes, indeed. And I know what the two of you have been trying to get through. Yes, 1473-440-7377. That is the number for you to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program. Yeah, we're talking about, I had to talk about that Ian Edwards thing. Ian Edwards made a statement about Nazim Burke and the number of houses. Maybe he get the number of houses wrong, we don't know. But he make a statement in relation to the number of houses. Mr. Burke, take the man to court. The man lawyer changed jobs. In other words, he was in private practice and he went into the public service. He could not deal with the case, so the letter was not filed, and it is in the Supreme Court of Grenada, and it is claim number GDA HMT 2013/0431 between Nazim Burke and Ian Edwards. It is dated the 2014, February 13th and April 8th, when you had the oral ruling in relation to that. So they can't tell me I know what I'm talking about. Same way them, you know, when they're talking about fowl farm. Same way them, you know, when they're talking about shrimp farm. Leave Ian Edwards alone. All you don't know what all you're talking about. Mr. Burke and him never went to court and argued the merits of any case. It was a default judgment simply due to an administrative error on behalf of the individual. Well, not even an error, but what took place at that point in time is that the person changed. And that all of that, go and find the case. It is there. Yeah? 1473-440-7377. That is the number for you to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program. Yeah, let me hear that thing again there. Where are they?
Was bandied about last 2 weeks by a particular individual.
Well, let me go back to this then. Let me go back to the phone line. Hello, good night.
Hey, good night, Sheldon. How are you, man?
I'm more than good and I'm better than great.
Okay. Happy Father's Day in advance. Belated Father's Day.
Yeah, man. Sorry, man.
Yes, Sheldon, you have 10 fat cats. All them 10 cats are corrupted cats. But one of the 10 cats say do an investigation, right, about himself and the other 9 cats. And the allegation is not true. So the question I asked him, Iran, he is the last person to speak about doing investigation, because he first person if he investigate, he should investigate seven and sell the people the car that don't belong to he. That I couldn't investigate that. Because he don't have the brain to rather knowledge to investigate nothing at all. All that he has in him is to lie and to lie. And even watching the clip that they're playing with Radala, and she like Radala was holding her head, couldn't believe what Ranjos was saying. Because you bring some matter to Integrity Commission. It have nothing to do with you. And if it's something to do with you and you send something to the commission, the Integrity Commission, you cannot go there and get no investigation. So what Rand is saying there is a total lie. And that is just a distraction to distract from the bribe and the corruption that is taking place within the NDC administration. But I want to know, and here the NDC goes, that the people in 2022 election to vote for them. But the people now are much wiser. The people seeing through them. And the amount of lie they lied, they will know what they did and what they get through in June election, they will not get through that. Because the people going to Carriacou and Peter might seeing through them. The amount of corruption that is taking place with the 10 rats, right? And one of the 10 rats investigating his own self and his friend. Well, Charlotte, I want to say to the Grenadian people, get ready, sir. Get to Trent register and tell the election call to vote out this government, because we the greater people we deserve someone that cares about people, someone seeking the interest of the poor people in Greater Carriacou and Peter Martin. You got people in Greater Carriacou and Peter Martin, they are balling. The Carriacou and Peter Martin are balling for better housing. They get money. What do they do with the money? What they do with money? They get for the people who can pretty much to build back the home. They put $25 million in a bank and telling the people who lost their home, go and take a loan. Go and take a loan. The people lost their home, they don't want to pay to build back, but they want to go and take a loan to pay. Brother Sharon, I'm a listener.
Right, my brother. 1473-440-7377. That's the number for you to call on the WhatsApp. And you see, just as I was saying it, that's how you have to put it into your phone, save it, and then you'll be able to call it on WhatsApp. Because I know some people want to call and they can't call because they didn't get to save it properly on the WhatsApp. Let's take this call. Hello, good night.
Come on, Busi, Wagu, man. They don't like us, Fadu.
English,
Fadu,
brother.
they
English.
don't like us.
English.
Oh,
English.
come
English.
on, mate. Yeah, listen, you have to be multifaceted, you know. These men have different things on their portfolio, you know. PRO doing investigative work and all that.
Listen, man, I
Bloody
see,
hell.
you know something? I saw a very interesting post from one of my Facebook friends over the weekend. A well-known Grenadian. I wouldn't call his name. All I want to say is that the NDC need to take the advice of that well-known Grenadian who said, before the people run redhead, they better send him to a PR. They better send him to a PR school. That's
Oh
all
my
I go
days.
say.
But listen, I thought the brother was doing some university stuff, mate. What's wrong with that?
University. Oh, listen, brother. Listen. Don't
Okay.
talk about that man in university. I tell you, 3 days I don't deal with shopping. Today, yesterday, and tomorrow.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So here I see it. I like what's going on. It's like I find the men we say politically suicidal.
Man.
You get me? They talks too many.
Fadu, let me.
You see, like the same thing I was calling for the people to do is like they're doing it for themselves.
Go ahead. Don't leave. Let me pull up something, and show here outside of what I was talking about in the Integrity in Public Life Act, right? Within the act, in the second schedule, now at the end of the act, they will usually put the forms and so that people have to sign if you are a commissioner, etc. So here's what the oath of office and oath of secrecy for the commissioners. And you put the person name in here, do swear that I will exercise the functions of chairperson, members, secretary, staff, whatever. So from the commissioners to the chairpersons, whatever, of the Integrity Commission without fear or favor, affection or ill will, according to the Constitution and laws of Grenada, so help me God. So hold on. There's the oath of secrecy right under that. There's the oath of secrecy. And here's what the oath of secrecy, that the signature of every staff member in the Integrity Commission and every commissioner says.
So you can't talk about you review it.
Here's what it says. Oath of secrecy. I, chairperson, member, secretary, staff, whatever of the Integrity Commission, do swear that I will not on any account or at any time disclose any opinion, advice, or privileged information of the Integrity Commission, and that I will not accept with the authority of an order of the court or the Integrity Commission, and to such extent as may be required for the good management of the affairs of that commission, directly reveal the business or the proceedings of the Integrity Commission or the nature of any document. Every staff member has signed that.
I love it.
I want them explain to me how Mr. Redhead get the documents that's in the Integrity Commission.
How you get access to that, bruv?
Is either he lie, which you need to come and apologize to the Canadian people, or you need to turn yourself in for
we're saying that again. We're saying fabrication of terminological inexactitudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, quick question. You remember those people that was stuck down on the ends? Are they back up in Greens?
Long them people and them back up in Grenada, long the boat up in Carriacou, be doing repairs and things. Them people back here long, man.
Okay, that's good. Them
people maybe actually on a next boat back down in Grenada.
Next boat back down. Alright, that's good. I didn't hear anything follow up in it. So in terms of, I know you say you'll talk about Carriacou tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I had a friend that reached out to me, and she was more or less saying that they lost their house, like a 3-bedroom house, and the government actually just gave them $4,400. No, I had the receipts on that. So I would like the way my man in Carriacou did. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I want him to debunk that because I had the receipts on that. So yeah.
So go over it again for the people who may have missed it. Say it from the beginning. Go right over it again, Father.
I have a sister up in Carriacou. They lost their house, a 3-bedroom house. Sorry for the flat, yeah. But the government gave them $4,400, and actually they gave that to her grandmother. Right? So that's a different household. All of them trying to match in one sitting. You get me?
Yeah.
Right. She have a situation with her youth. They more or less had them done because they came down to Grenada to evade the situation up there. The youth was a kind of troubled youth. I guess he was going through some issues. They took him. They sent him back up to Carriacou. You get me? Forget school program, forget all of that, forget assistance, all of that. No, she now had to go back up there. She more or less working with them, and she's still not getting paid. Now I have the receipts on that. You get me?
Well, let them come and say your lie, man. Let them come and
Yeah,
say
I would love somebody to talk some talk. You get?
Yeah, man. Let them come and claim
You see
that
the lie alongs.
Yeah.
The lie alongs be acting up too. I love how they incriminating themselves, bro. I love it. People just keep throwing out them videos, throwing them receipts and things like we collect it now. Let me see what's going on, because it's a mad thing. It's a mad thing with them, Fado. I don't know how. As I say, like, I don't even understand how these people look at themselves in the mirror, bro. You understand?
Listen, I'll explain something to you. The arrogance of the individuals in office is such that they believe that they are more intelligent, that they are more decent, that they are a different level of human being to the rest of us in Grenada. You often hear when they refer to new, and you hear it directly from their mouths. When they refer to New National Party people, they call them poor, dunce, illiterate. They make all those statements.
I've heard it myself.
They give that impression of supporters of the New National Party. So, like, one particular individual went so far as to tell the mother of a candidate of the New National Party how she would allow her daughter to support the New National Party. She thought she was smarter than that, and so you see how these people
think of camp.
You know what happened there?
Yeah, a couple of them on the camp.
Okay.
I used to help do their work from high school to college, innit?
Yeah, well,
into university, bro.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, I'll be receipts on that.
I'm hoping that we're still on Facebook, because I know the internet dropped for a short while.
Yeah, it was just lagging. It was just lagging there for a minute too.
I realized at around this time in the night it starts to give some problems, so I'll have to speak to Flo about that, because there seems to be an issue. This is the second time it's happening this hour.
Maybe a oversurge in the system, no?
Not only that, sometimes with the internet, it resets at a particular time. So probably they put it to reset at this hour. So I'm going to have to speak with Flo tomorrow to make sure that does not happen again, because it happened on Thursday night, and it knocked off the Facebook, and a lot of folks were off the program. So I'm hoping that does not take place again. I just noticed that it happened again for the second time.
Yeah, I was just looking at it to myself. Yeah.
At the same hour again, 1.5 hours into the program, around 9:30, it start buffering and so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before I jump off, I made a comment a while back about like the land grabs or the water situations and all that, right? Now the government is talking about the transformation and keeping Grenada. Well, it's pure Grenada is a marketing term, right?
Yeah.
Pure Grenada.
Yeah.
So based on the development, the pure Grenada is about to get revamped, because if you drain in waterfalls or water catchment areas to fulfill or divert it to other plots, like what they're planning to do in Concord right now, even the people are coming out saying, well, bro, if you divert the water, more or less the falls dry up. It's almost like the same thing they did with Annadale. Yeah. So you remember I said water will be the new goal. We should start farming water.
But remember, you still have the issue with the farmers up in St. Andrew. That situation has not been rectified. You still have that situation with the farmers up in St. Andrew. So it seems as though water seems to be the new weapon.
Tada, fam, I tell you that's the new goal. So people this now. If the government, the administration just passed laws about extracting water from water deposits, right? They're building stuff, they're building structures, and the engineers, contractors are saying, listen, we're running into problems with the waterbed, and our get around is to go deeper and block it off. How does that affect the water table? Why aren't people paying attention to these things? If it is that the idea is to develop Grenada and continue and maintain the environment, have a sustainable, so we say the green economy and the blue, they color coding, right? Well, they didn't say the green, they say the blue. Yeah, if that's the mentality behind it, how is it that so much of the stuff that they're doing is affecting like nature, affecting Grenada and its wholesomeness? They just had an oil spill on the Carriacou recently. Then apart from just the spill again, there was a whole set of garbage. And well, I mean, it's been like that for a while. Because I have the long slow drifts, so stuff get floating from different parts. But at least, I mean, if they're thinking about putting up nets for sargassum, I think they should have some barrier for them, bottles and things floating in the water right on the carnage in front of the police station, the new renovated one, no? You get me?
Mm-hmm.
Fadu, there's a, as I said, a systematic change, and for a long time, people have been saying what you were saying. Give them time, they make mistakes. There's no other facet in life, in anything you do, where it is that you go for a work position and you're not equipped to do the job, and the employer going to tell you, well, stick it out. Let's see what I work. You know, you have a couple trial and errors and stuff. You're playing with people's lives, bro. It's not a time for making mistakes.
This is
and then
not
on top
time
of
for
that,
making mistakes and for joking on the job.
and for joking, you get me. The place too serious. The place too serious for them kind of play things them man upon. It's just madness in my head. I don't even understand why. Like, just from a logical basis, because more time you try to have an exchange and it's just like, you know, some back and forth, and then they go back to Doc, and it's like, yo, bro, Doc not even in the picture on that level again. Like, let's talk about something else. Let's deal with this and deal with that and deal with that. And it's not that situation. So it's like, how do these people look at themselves in the mirror, bro? How do you, man? It's just hard. It's just hard to see like this how we need a common family. It's touching, brother, because I know a lot of people that make sacrifices to keep things moving, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, things people I know for a fact that could have done things in Grenada, and then they said, nah, like they love greens too much, they put it somewhere else. I know this for a fact. I have the receipts on those things. You get me? A lot of people put a lot of sacrifice into making the atmosphere that we have in Grenada right now, and they taking it away, and they don't even know what they're doing. Position that will matter to them.
It's just happened again. The internet just dropped off again.
Yeah, I've seen it.
For
let me not take up much chair time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, my brother. You have a good one.
More time, one.
Yeah, folks. It just happened again. So yes, I will be having a conversation with Flo very early in the morning. And I can say that they are very, very responsive. They are very, very responsive when I speak to them. Yeah, Flo. I roll in with Flo. I have a little problem there, but I still roll in with Flo. They're very responsive. If I call them in the morning, I say there's a problem. Before 12 o'clock, somebody will be here to check it out and everything to make sure the thing working proper. So I'm worried about big up Flo. Even though I have my local problems right now and it's operating like slow instead of flow, big up Flo. Yeah, they still don't check me out and handle me properly and them kind of thing. All right, folks. let me tell you how serious this thing is, eh? And you get to realize that you're dealing with a bunch of people that really don't care what you think and really don't care how you view things. An individual made a post a short while ago in relation to the compromising the Integrity Commission. They made a post a short while ago. So we have here, everybody knows Cassandra Mitchell of the non-governmental organization body. And so she speaks about that. Look at the response of the same Ron Redhead who she's referring to. That's a joke for him. So go there, go online, compromise the Integrity Commission. And that is a joke. Keep half. Laugh. That is a joke. And Miss Mitchell is correct. She is correct. An immediate and public inquiry is needed. And in fact, right now, it has gone past the stage of just the Integrity Commission, because you saw the oath of secrecy. You saw the laws of the Integrity Commission, the Integrity in Public Life Act. The Governor General of Grenada, Dame Cecile La Grenade, needs to immediately start an investigation in relation to this allegation. Because if there is no integrity in the Integrity in Public Life Commission, then everything falls down. We can't trust nothing to be sent to them. If there is no integrity there, if the average citizen who may have information in relation to a corrupt act of this government or any government believes that they're going to bring information in there and it's going to be handed to the people who they are making the allegations against, so that those people would be able to take action against them, then you have a situation where the Integrity Commission will have no integrity. And it is the job of the Governor General to ensure that she maintains, because she's the person appointing. It is her responsibility to ensure that she maintains the integrity of the Integrity Commission and let the chips fall where they may. If heads have to roll, heads have to roll. But all of the smoke screens and that's why I tell all your NDC running scared. To go and make a stupid statement like that, NDC has to be running scared. All they send for me, what people that send all kind of thing for me, you know. Look what they send. All they does go and do me them kind of thing for any middle of program. The public relations officer. Run! You got the files, boy. All the studies going. All about to do with them kind of thing, man. Hey. Oh dear. I just want to see some calls. I'm very sorry, callers. We have a caller online. Look at that.
Sheldon, I'm calling back again. Good night. I'm really seriously wondering.
Make it briefer because I see some other people.
What is really going on? I mean,
caller, hold on. Make it very brief because I realize some other people were calling and I missed them. But go ahead. Yeah.
Three of them sit in a press conference and Auntie Jenny asking them questions, and they could not help. They could not even help the one in the midst. The culprit in the midst could not have even helped himself, and the two thieves on the both sides, God forbid, allegedly, couldn't even help him out. They're only laughing at him because you know why? As the saying goes, the Prime Minister continuously showed them that they are incompetent, and the only one who could run the show for him while he is flying all about the place is the same one, Andy Williams. He's the only one. You know what happened right now? All of them sinking him. So they would all sink him.
So Mr. Pinky never get a look at chance as Prime Minister, right?
No chance whatsoever.
So gave Mr. Pinky a little chance as Prime Minister?
He needs to resign for himself. He needs to resign for what he's doing to the people of Carriacou and Pitimatnik. He needs to take a Oli bow out. Bow out. You know when show finish? Bow out. Pinky just needs to bow. All right. Well, they're sinking him. That is so strange. The NDC is unraveling, and Grenadians need to keep their eyes on the prize. Get registered and do the work, and then let us re-elect the new national party back into office, so we won't have to deal with all these lies, bribery, scams, and crooks in government, and our money will be accounted for.
All right, my brother. Thank you so very much.
Okay.
Right.
Take care.
Pinky! When all see him now, when all see him passing, just go so. Pinky! Folks, no, this is a pattern of behavior by these individuals. You want me to remind you all of something? Remember this one?
At age, it means that probably when you're like these two young ladies today who we saw at Iguana.
Remember, it's the three amigos that together there, Larry, Mo, and Curly Joe. Yeah,
listen, guys, tears nearly come out of my eyes. I mean, when I taste that food, man, I mean, listen, my code is not that I like food. When I taste that food, I was like, nah. I must see who cooking this food. I was an 18-year-old and a 19-year-old. Listen, I worked in hotel for 10 years.
Hold one moment, caller.
And I can tell you, when we had to get like chefs and so, we have to go outside and get chef from England and we have to come here and cook. Now what these girls are doing is amazing. But I'm saying probably they may not be as good in the academics as as in the skills. But
you see, playing handsy behind the man back while he talking and them kind of thing. That's the thing. They don't take governance of this country seriously. Everything is a joke for them. So they go touching up each other, hand behind the man back and thing. Maybe he's feeling uncomfortable with those sort of loving touches taking place behind the back. And Mr. Pinky! But you never know, you know. So like,
man, you serious? Right. But that is where we have to go.
But it's the same kind of behavior. These individuals do not take anything serious. Go right ahead, caller. Hello? Caller?
Yes, good evening. How are you doing?
I'm more than good and I'm gooder than great. Go right ahead.
Listen, you ever see little children playing what was called kukute or nanate and anything like that? And when one gets a little push a little harder than the other, they would end up in a fight or want to, say all kind of thing about what I would tell mommy. The children really, that's what's going on in this party and this government. Nothing serious, because they're really taking Grenadians for a ride. They really think that all what they had said in the past and nothing came out of it, that it could continue doing all sorts of things to us here in Grenada. Now we had warned the Grenadian people to take a match these people one up against the other on the both sides. And what we end up with, that's what we end up with. And our Prime Minister is responsible, because he's the one that sell these guys to us.
But
no integrity.
Pastor, I'm also saying in this situation, our Governor General is responsible for the Integrity Commission. The commissioners,
that's right.
The commissioners are appointed by her on recommendations from different people, but they are appointed by her. She has a responsibility that she needs to carry out. We already saw what happened with the Carriacou situation to get rid of that individual who is still there and who has shown open bias, but is in charge of the electoral process in Carriacou in relation to registration, and on election day, who will be the returning officer if elections were to take place and they are still there. Our Governor General has failed to do anything in relation to that. They say they put something in file. Like if putting something in file will stop the possibility of a corrupt act taking place on election day in Carriacou. So that's one thing.
Well, you see, if they have this thing set up, by all means, they want to continue it, because they have to win by all means. That's the mantra. They had to win by all means. But guess what? I see this young man put his foot in his mouth tonight. I mean tonight as you play the clip, and he has towed the line and he's put himself in serious problem. I want to see how he's going to get out of that. Because I read while you're reading, I pull up my too. I pull up mine, the Integrity in Public Life Act of 2000.
It's available online for anybody.
Online, it's available.
To read it, yeah.
And what the guy did is contrary to what the stipulations are.
But again, he's making an accusation that he has the same information. And the only way he could know that he has the same information, he either have to get it from Miss Jenny Simon, who we are absolutely positive he has never gotten it from, or the Integrity Commission, where there is an oath of secrecy. So it's either he is lying, it's one or the other, there's no middle road here. It's either Ron Redhead is lying or Ron Redhead has committed an illegal act, and which such he should vacate his seat.
But Brother Sheldon, was that the same minister that said that somebody would take a jail?
He might be surprised, maybe he first.
I think he was the one that said that.
Oh yeah, he was the one that said it. So might have been. He might have been.
But he should.
How did my friend Kingsley put it? He may have been foreshadowing. I think that's what they call it.
Foreshadowing?
I think that is the term. Is it that? Yeah.
But yes, foreshadowing. But listen, the scripture has really given us comfort and straight know that it says, be sure your sin would find you out. Whatever that sin is, whatever the scripture refers to as that sin, they have committed it, and it will, or it has found them out. Grenadians will have to make a decision at the polls soon coming. Have a good night, brother.
All right, thank you so very much, my friend.
You're welcome.
And I know there's a caller that's been trying to get through. Should I call him? I'll let them call. They'll call when they're ready. Yes, indeed. 1473-440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get onto the inside. So once again, let me give a quick reminder of individuals of the oath of secrecy of the Integrity Commission. Yeah? Read with me. I, and whichever position you hold, either as a commissioner or a staff member of the Integrity Commission, do swear that I will not on any account or at any time disclose any opinion, advice, or privileged information of the Integrity Commission, and that I will not accept with the authority of an order of the court or the Integrity Commission, and to such extent as may be required for the good management of the affairs of that commission, directly reveal the business or the proceedings of the Integrity Commission or the nature of any document, not some document, not documents only in relation to the NNP, of any document. Staff members at the Integrity Commission, clear all yourself. Clear all yourself, because all you see the man taking the thing as a joke. They say what is joke for school children is death for crapo. Yeah, and right now he's El Crapo. So, yeah, Grenada El Crapo. Because all you see, what other people are taking as serious business, he taking it as a joke. That joke for he. Play handsy behind people, come lie to the public. People talking about the fact that you have compromised the Integrity Commission. The Integrity Commission, you know, you've compromised that. And that is a joke to Ron Redhead. You understand? That is a joke to him. I joke for these people. That's the kind of people that we have in office in Grenada. Do you think they really care about you, the average Grenadian? Where are the churches in all of this? Let me ask that question. The evangelical churches and the Grenada Conference of Churches, both of you have commissioners on the Integrity Commission. Both of you. There's a reason that you all were asked to send commissioners to the Integrity Commission, because it is the belief that you all will send quality people who have integrity to the commission. Outside of that, since you all are the people that are believed to have some of the most integrity amongst us, why are you all not talking out in church against this? You all said the nastiest things. I'm saying it as it is, you know, because your congregants know it's true. Some of you pastors stood up on the pulpit prior to the last general election, and you all had the most vile things to say about Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell and members of the New National Party. You all seem to have lost your tongue and your ability to speak since the last general election. All you do have nothing to say, all you get a case of mutitis. You all are supposed to be speaking up in relation to issues like this. And again, no one is saying that the churches have to take a side. Let me be clear. I'm not saying that the churches have to take a side and say who is guilty and who is not guilty. But they must take the moral high ground and say to the government, what is happening here is wrong. That let a commission of inquiry take place, so that if the person is innocent, they're cleared. If they're guilty, then there are penalties for that. And right now, that is 2 parliamentarians, because you have one that is already before the Integrity Commission, and we hope that we end up with commissioners so that the commission can do its work, because what they may have done, they sure spoke into the Integrity Commission so that they could get all the staff fired, and they had to start from scratch, which gives them an additional 2-3 months, whatever, and then they just try to spring an election, which is why I'll say to you, New National Party supporters, make sure you get registered. Make sure that you get ready. And while we minding everybody else's business, and we're talking, because this is our business, while we talk about all these things, mind your party business as well. You have your caretakers out there sweating in the hot sun. Go and help them. Help them do the canvas, and do the canvas properly. Help them do the canvas and do the canvas properly. We have a caller online. Hello, good night. Hello, good night. Hello? Okay, may have made a mistake. Yeah, so we have the people there. Help them. You may not be able to be the face. You heard Mandy speaking about, well, Amanda Japal George. You heard us speaking earlier about how some people are afraid to take part and some people are afraid and so on. And if you're one of those people, there are still roles that you can play that may not be up front, but you could play some role in the background. You can help with the canvassing and so on. There are other things that you may be able to help organize and so on. You may not be able to put on the party t-shirt and attend an activity. But it don't mean that you can't attend an activity, you just don't wear the party t-shirt. So there are various things that you can do, and the time is now. You are facing a situation with a group of individuals that have shown you that not only are they the most arrogant that has ever passed by, but they are showing you that they just don't care what you think. Because if a member of the NGO community is saying, hey, you've just compromised the Integrity Commission, and the person who makes the statement put a laughing emo on it, is like, so what? That's the arrogance of the individuals. Governor General Dame Cecile La Grenade, you have a responsibility. You have a responsibility for the Integrity Commission. That is directly under you. And there's a reason it's directly under you. Because out of all of us, you're supposed to have the control of the Integrity Commission. The opposition could recommend their person to the Integrity Commission when you request it. The Prime Minister could recommend his people when you request it. The churches, same thing, when you request it. There should be no situation, such as what is taking place in Grenada right now, where such allegations are being made now even against the Integrity Commission, and that your office remains silent and does not do anything to either protect the integrity of the Integrity Commission, protect the integrity of your own office, and ensure that the Grenadian people have fairness in relation to this matter. As such, Your Excellency, you have a responsibility. And to the supporters of the New National Party, the supporters of all political parties, you have a responsibility to call on the GG as well. Yes, NDC supporters, if you believe that the man is innocent, you should be calling on the Governor General to ensure that the Integrity Commission does their work. We have a call on.
Good night.
Good night, my friend.
Okay. A question. Is there anybody now as a team for the integrity? Is there any team in office?
Any team? There's two things. Well, we're talking about two things when you're talking about the Integrity Commission here. There's an office that is staffed with various people. They have secretary, etc. They have an office, right?
Yeah.
Outside of the office, you have commissioners. So you have 7 commissioners who are appointed to the Integrity Commission by the Governor General on recommendations. Yeah?
Okay.
So the commissioners, their term of office have expired, so they can't meet on anything. But there's still an office and a staff who are receiving documentation and are supposed to be doing research and so based on the work of the commission. But you do not have a commission. You have an office, but you don't have commissioners because their term has expired.
Okay. And those in office, they too have signed to the secrecy, right?
No, I was making that clear. When I said the commissioners, the chairperson, the staff, the secretary, everybody in the office have to sign that same document.
Okay.
That's an oath of secrecy for everybody involved, for the staff at the office and the commissioners.
All right. I'm working up to something.
Yeah.
Well, the Governor General, there's somehow or the other, I don't think it's quite trustworthy. But I don't want to cause anybody problem. But I don't find it sound like it's trustworthy.
Let me say it like this, and my good friend from the US does kind of give me a knock every now and again on it. If she allows this matter to continue in the way that it is continuing, I think it is best that His Majesty remove her as the Governor General of Grenada and place somebody else.
and that could be done.
Yeah, the king could move at any point in time. Usually it's done on the recommendation of the prime minister, but it does not stop the king from making that decision. There's nothing that says, as far as I know, that stops the king from making that decision on his own.
Okay. But then in that case, the king will have to get some sort of report from somebody or something down in Grenada here
the king is
to show that we are not unsatisfied.
The king is very aware of what is taking place in Grenada. We might be surprised over where these people are.
Okay. I see. But well then, on the Mr. Ron case, it is clear, like you're saying, that he has put himself in a lot of trouble. Because since, according to the laws, what I saw you read out, and what Jenny had said, those two things, he cannot. There's no way he could get those information. No way.
My
But
friend,
if he did get those information,
I was there when the Integrity in Public Life Act was put in place. There's no way that this individual could say that he get these documents from the Integrity Commission. He's lying.
That's the point. So then, what if he's lying, which I am almost certain he did? What next with him? He would have to answer some question, I think, because if you lie on these people, then the people ought to come out and speak up and say, well, I know nothing about that. And then with that case, what happened to Iran? Something, a lot of things that's fishy and smelling old and smelling bad. But one thing for sure, I think this thing he does force the door open, and a lot of funny old worms will come out of this thing and go further than it is. So I think in a way that he do Jenny Simon are good without even knowing it. That is what I noticed. Anyway, good night.
Good night, my friend. These people are cracking up here with you. Folks, I think that is about somebody's been trying to call all the time. Let me see if I can at least try to call that person. Let me see if I can get that person on, because it's only fair. They've been trying to call, and every time they try to call, it's when somebody else is on. So I'm just trying to call them back and give them the opportunity before we end the program tonight. Yeah, and I think I've got the individual I was trying to call. Hello, go right ahead, caller.
Yeah, me. No, I have to turn my volume down. That was me. That's the guy from the Nutmeg State, man.
I was talking about that. I didn't even realize as you are calling back, though.
Yeah, are we still on?
Yes, you were still on. We're still live. Go right ahead.
Yeah. Because I was saving my question for Saturday, because when I'm going to that thing in Brooklyn.
Of course.
But since we on now, you know, I'm not a fan of the Governor General. I always make that point that she's not forthcoming. So what can be done now? Can the leader of the opposition put up some kind of ask or write a letter, because she doesn't respond when people write, so they have to can they put something on a vote of no confidence in the House or something like that?
I am not sure if there could be a vote of no confidence against the Governor General. I doubt it. What I would have to do is some research in relation to what measures can be taken for the removal of a Governor General in a Commonwealth state at a point in time when it is found that they are not doing their job. There has to be some sort of even though Grenada is an independent state, remember, we remain a Commonwealth state, and as such, our head of state is the Governor General representing His Majesty. So if that individual is representing His Majesty and they're not doing a good job, he has a responsibility, in my mind, to remove that person. But again, it is something I have to research.
But there is one law that's not being followed, and she's not in no rush to select that committee, and they could drag that on as long as they want. Is that correct? I mean, they don't have to do it because
They could take until next year and then appoint a integrity commission. They could take until next year and do it.
Okay.
And hope that the issue dies before then. They can take until next year and then appoint an integrity commission.
Okay. All right. So then, yeah, it took me a long while because I've been calling. But anyway, I'll try to get on the program early tomorrow because I have more questions.
No problem, my brother. All right. Thank you so very much.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Good. Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, that caller was trying to get you for a while now. And their term was from May 31st, 2023 to May 30th, 2025. We are now at the 16th of June. So the commissioners, yeah, that done. All right, that done. Folks, that is all the time we have for Talking Points tonight. It's been wonderful being here. In whatever you say and do it safe and secure. Want to be speaking to and with you, and definitely not about you. You know, I think I'll leave all you a different way tonight rather than just drop a tune. I think I'm going to leave all you a different way tonight, and then I will drop a tune. Nice. So let me pull the video that I want to play here. Where the video go? Where the video go? Come. Behave yourself. Nice video. Good. Nice. So folks, in whatever you say, whatever you do it safe and secure. Want to be speaking to and with you, and definitely not about you. Love each and every one of you. My name is Sheldon Scott. I am out. We'll be on tomorrow night, God's willing, with Talking Points for you once again from 8 p.m.
I have to be honest with you. I feel extremely emotional standing here right now because this is a topic I've thought long and hard about how to bring it up, how to say it in a way that really captures what I feel deep in my spirit, because this is personal. On my many walks through the villages of St. David's, there's a scene I see far too often. Our young men sitting around doing nothing. You'll pass one corner and there's a group with a spliff. I ask them sometimes what it is and they would say a roach. Another corner, there's the rum and the gambling. But let me tell you something. I don't believe that's who they are. These young men are not idle by choice. That's my belief. They're not lazy. They're just lost. And as a mother of 3 sons, that reality pierces me. It's painful because I know how delicate the journey is from boy to man. And I know what it feels like to worry, really worry about the future of your children or our children. Recently, I've been getting more and more calls from young men in the community. And they don't call me asking for money or handouts. They say, "Miss, come see us now." And when I do, I listen. And I hear the same thing every time. You know, they say to me, "Miss, I have big dreams, but no support. I have ideas, but no one to guide me. I don't want to live like this, but I don't know how to change it." We've allowed too many of our boys to grow up in homes with no fathers, in homes with no structure, no discipline, and no love. Boys are being told, "Be a man," before they even understand what that means. They're not allowed to cry. They're not allowed to break. So they just bottle up inside and break in silence. And the system, it leaves no room for them unless they're academic. If they struggle in school, they're dismissed, like they're not worth investing in. Where are the training programs? Where are the second chances for boys who don't fit that mold? You know, one young man said to me, Miss, you know, the politicians, all they come and give us is a 8 of rum and a beer and lies. They use us for the votes, then they disappear. Phone calls become unanswered. Their faces turn like statue and promises vanish. That is what many of them have come to expect. Betrayal. But we can't let that be the end of their story. We need real solutions, not speeches. And here today I'm doing a speech because I have to. They don't need handshakes and false promises. We need counseling programs, mentorship, skills training, real investment in their minds and their hearts. These young men need to hear that they matter, that they are loved, that it is okay to cry, because we are at a risk of raising a generation of broken, bitter, and disconnected men. And I don't believe that we can afford that. So I say today, not just as a mother, but as someone who cares deeply about our country and our community, we must act. We must rebuild what's been broken. We must reach these young men where they are and remind them that they are not alone. They are not the problem. They are the potential. And it's time we prove to them that we see it and we see them.
Relates to